Transformers 1 is not only an exciting addition to the franchise but also a solid reminder of one major issue with the live-action films. Serving as a Cybertronian origin story, Transformers 1 is the first animated feature in the franchise since 1980's highly acclaimed Transformers, the movie. It has an ensemble voice cast that includes Chris Hemsworth, Brian Tyree Henry, Scarlett Johansson, Keegan-Michael Key, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Fishburne, and John Hamm, promising it will be a memorable addition to the franchise. Transformers 1 is adopting a unique storyline that is a far cry from everything its predecessors have explored. Instead of being about gruesome showdowns between the Autobots and the Decepticons, it is harkening back to the humble beginnings of Optimus Prime and Megatron, shedding light on how the two were once close friends. Although all Transformers movies, so far, have had comical undertones, Transformers 1 even seems to be taking the comedy up a notch. The film is also adopting another intriguing storytelling device that makes it hard not to notice where most Transformers live-action films went wrong. Transformers 1 presents the perfect blueprint for a Transformers movie. Transformers 1 is honoring what makes the franchise appealing. All live-action Transformers movies have primarily revolved around human characters and have treated the titular Transformers as supporting ones. This approach seems strange because, when it comes to the original cartoons and comic books, they focused more on centering their narratives around the Autobots, Decepticons, and other races in Transformers lore. Even the toy side of the Transformers franchise capitalizes on the diverse abilities, transformations, and designs of the titular beings. Transformers 1 is finally embracing what the franchise should be about instead of distracting audiences with human stories. While the primary characters in all live-action Transformers movies are humans, Transformers 1 is shifting the paradigm by spotlighting Orion Pax and D-16. The animated movie's emphasis on highlighting Optimus Prime and Megatron's origin stories and walking through their journeys from being brothers to becoming enemies proves that it is staying true to the essence of the original Transformers lore. By doing so, Transformers 1 is creating the perfect blueprint for future live-action films. Unfortunately, following Transformers 1's path may not be as simple as it sounds on paper. Live-action movies cannot emulate Transformers 1's storytelling formula. Budgetary constraints hold the live-action movies back. Although it would be great to see the live-action films focus more on their Autobot and Decepticon characters, it may not be practical for filmmakers to accomplish this feat solely relying on practical effects. For creating intricate designs and transformations for the titular characters would be both financially and technically challenging. CGI is an integral part of the live-action Transformers movies, allowing them to capture the little details in the designs of the larger-than-life characters. However, if a film solely focused on the Autobots and Decepticons, the cost of CGI would be monumental. Considering how the Transformers live-action films are already seeing diminishing returns in their box office numbers and struggling to break even, higher budgets would make them even less profitable. Owing to this, it makes sense that the live-action Transformers movies cannot be all about the titular race and have to include human characters. There is also nothing inherently wrong with having human characters as leads, since many story arcs in the original cartoons also revolved around humans. However, the Transformers movies keep repeating the same mistakes with their human story arcs.